England have just released their squad for their Kolkata match against Scotland this weekend. It is a very strong team. They haven't changed too much. There's been one or two changes, but really expected changes. Obviously, there's one unexpected change. Finn Smith coming in for Marcus Smith, but let's go right to the team and let's talk about it. And number one, they've gone for Ellis Genge. Number two, Luke Cowan-Dickie comes into the starting lineup. Number three, Joe Hayes. Number four, Maury Itoje starts. He was on the bench last week and he captains the side. Number 5, Ollie Chesham. He's been phenomenal recently, so I'm glad he's getting another start. Number 6, Guy Pepper. He really deserves a spot in the team right now. Number 7, Sam Underhill. Number 8, Ben Earl. I'm glad they're keeping that loose trio together. It's a very strong, well-balanced loose trio. And this forward pack right now just looks really mobile, really dominant. And this is a really world-class forward pack right now. Number 9, Alex Mitchell. Number 10, George Ford. They're keeping that combination together, which is very important for this team. They've been working really well together. Alex Mitchell, with the way this forward pack's been operating, has just been really comfortable getting the ball out quick. He's been really good recently. And I think George Ford's been in the form of his career, honestly. As an attacking threat, he's been better than I've ever seen him before. And the way he kicks for nowadays is just a different player to what he was a few years ago. He's just been phenomenal. Number 11, they're sticking with Henry Arundel. He scored a hat-trick last week. That's obviously expected. Number 14, Tom Roebuck. And they keep the centres the same. Fraser Dingwall at 12 and Tommy Freeman, number 13. I thought maybe Ollie Lawrence would be coming into the squad for this week. Obviously, he might still be injured, I'm not sure. But I think Fraser Dingwall really deserves a spot in the team right now. As I said in previous videos, he's a baller. He knows how to play right now. He's really good in this system. And I think having a guy like George Ford inside of him just makes his job easier. And he makes it much more comfortable for a guy like Tommy Freeman at 13. And this is going to be Tommy Freeman's real first proper test at 13. I mean, against Scotland, this is not going to be like the Wales game. This is going to be a much harder test. And going up against one of the best centre pairs in the world right now, Sione Tuipulotu and Hugh Jones, it's going to be a very, very fun game to watch. And I think that centre combination matchup is going to be really good. Number 15, they've gone for Freddie Stewart, who I thought was really solid under the high ball last week. And he just solidified his place in the number 15 jersey going forward. On the bench now, they've gone for Jamie George, who started last week, who I thought did really well. But he can add value from wherever he plays on the field, whether it's a bench, whether it's starting. He's a good player no matter what. And he also brings a bit of a leadership perspective on. He's a really good leader. He led the team well last week. Maybe that could be hinting that Maury Itoje might not be playing a full 80. If the bench were to come on and Maury Itoje was to go off, I think Jamie George would instantly become captain. So that's a bit of an interesting selection there. Number 17 and number 18, they've kept it with Bevan Rod and Trevor Davison. If it isn't broke, you don't fix it. And I think right now, most of the players in the squad are really working well in the system. They understand their role. They're comfortable. And I think going into a big game like this, where Scotland's going to try bounce back, it's important, especially to keep those tight forwards, those tight five forwards, the same. Go with consistency. And I like the selection. Going with the consistent selection. Number 19, Alex Coles. He's been really good recently. He's going to feel unlucky, but obviously there's a guy like Maury Itoje who's the captain, and I think Alex Coles is one of those guys. He'll come on, he'll get the job done. He's a phenomenal player. He just goes through it. He's a hard worker. He works so hard, but you don't really see him normally because he's like a Franco Moster type of player that just gets the hard work done. You don't even need to see him. He does the non-coachables really well. So I'm very happy about him being in the squad now. And number 20, one of the best flankers in the world right now, Tom Curry. A guy like Guy Pepper is keeping Tom Curry out the team. That just shows the depth that England have right now, and I'm very excited about these loose forwards. Tom Curry is going to add a lot of value coming off the bench. He's a very good player, and he's a World Cup finalist. He's a really good player. Number 21, Henry Pollock. He's the perfect guy to have on the bench. He's really good in the open play. If the game was to open up, they might even bring him on a bit earlier. He can play on the wing if need be. He's a very fast forward. Probably one of the faster forwards right now in World Rugby, and I'm really excited to see how this bench gets on. So England have obviously gone for a 6-2 split, going for Ben Spencer, and now Finn Smith at number 23. Obviously Ben Spencer, I'd like to see him get more game time. I spoke about this. He obviously forced a few things last week, but that's because he's trying to prove himself with the little amount of game time given. I think going into this week, if he can get more game time, he'll get more comfortable, and he's one of my favourite players in the world right now. He's a world-class scrum half, and I'd like to see him with the likes of Finn Smith coming on. I think when Finn Smith comes on, I don't think he'll play anything else than 10. So maybe George Ford will come off. But if it's a close game, realistically, I don't see George Ford coming off. So could Finn Smith maybe not play? Could he maybe come on as a 10-12 combination? I'm not sure. I don't think he adds as much variety, and he's not as much of a utility player as Marcus Smith, so that's a very interesting selection. But obviously the coaches back him. They know he's a world-class player. He went on the British and Irish Lions tour. He's a very good player. He's been playing well for Northampton Saints, and he's the kind of guy that can come on and really play well. I mean, if you think of the likes of a Fraser Dingwall and Tommy Freeman outside of him, he's going to come on and have Alex Mitchell at 9. He's going to know exactly what he's doing. He's going to feel comfortable. He's going to feel at home. So all in all, this is a very strong England side. Not many changes, which is good to see. And you know, if a squad's playing well like this, you don't really change too many things. And I think the guys that they did change was kind of expected. I was expecting maybe Ollie Lawrence. So I don't know if he's injured, but it's really good to see that centre combination stay the way it was. I think Fraser Dingwall's played his way into the team. And Tom Roebuck has been phenomenal, especially with Emmanuel Faye-Waboso now being injured. Tom Roebuck's going to have a big Six Nations ahead of him. But I think when Ollie Lawrence comes back, Tommy Freeman might move to the 14 jersey. I'm not sure. But I mean, the way things are looking right now, keeping this team as is was probably the right selection from the coaches. This is going to be a huge game, and I think Scotland is going to try bounce back big time. I think the Scotland team is really embarrassed after last week's performance. They're playing at home for the first time this year against one of their biggest rivals, Calcutta Cup versus England. I think this is going to be an absolutely huge game. I will be doing a preview. From what I kind of predicted, I do these team predictions every week. I wasn't too wrong. Obviously, I thought that maybe Ollie Lawrence would be back and that maybe Tommy Freeman would go to the wing. But otherwise, it looks quite good. I didn't expect Jamie George to be benching and Luke Cowan-Dickie to start, but I do get it. I do understand the selection. I mean, Luke Cowan-Dickie's on the form of his life right now. He's playing really good rugby. And I think between those two hookers, it doesn't really matter who starts or bench. They're both going to have a big impact in their own way. But I do think Jamie George might be on the bench to come on as a leader. Maybe Mari Itoje might not play 80. I think Ollie Chesham has to play 80. I mean, recently he's been phenomenal. He's got a massive engine. He can easily play 80. Maybe Mari Itoje having a little bit of a break and playing from the bench last week isn't quite ready for an 80-minute ride yet, but we'll have to see how what happens there. It's going to be very interesting to see who they bring on, when they bring them on. Will they clear the whole bench at the same time? Will they bring Finn Smith on before Ben Spencer so they can get comfortable next to Alex Mitchell? Or do they kind of want to build that combination of Ben Spencer and Finn Smith? Because obviously they don't play together at club level. You still have to get game time and build that combination. So maybe they might bring them on a bit earlier, give them 20-25 minutes to really build that combination, get those minutes together and just build a bit of cohesion, because that's going to be very important down the line, especially if there's injuries, especially if something happens that you're not planned for in the game. But I think this is a very strong England side. I'll be doing a preview of both teams once the Scotland team comes out, and I'll be doing a bit of a combined team between both of them. But guys, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.